Hi, everyone. This is Lori Atwater, Executive Manager of Team Gold. And with me today, I have my son, Dalton. And I wanted to share with you some ideas that I have been using for years, like 12 years now, on ways to keep the kids busy during the summer, allowing you to still work your business and keeping the kids occupied. And the added bonus that has happened with this activity is that the kids have actually learned how to set goals, how to break it down, and work towards it. And so I think it's been really exciting. So I asked Dalton to be here with me today because he's been doing this since he is 3 years old. He's almost 12. And so I wanted to ask him some questions first, and then we're going to get into how or what ideas I have for you that you could implement your own system. Okay? So Dalton, thanks for being here. So tell me about what it's like to participate in our summertime bonus point challenge.
It's fun because I know what I'm going to earn, and it's very motivational, so I can get towards my goal and get what I want.
Yeah. So what are some things you've worked for before, like from small to big? What have you earned before?
I have earned like some chocolate in the past, not younger, just kind of stuff like that. This year I'm working towards a PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4. That's a big one. But he's really dedicated and he's ready to do it. Other things I remember you earning is like an ice cream cone at the ice cream shop or mini golf, Lego sets, sometimes an iTunes card you've went for too.
Yeah.
So it's been cool. So how does it motivate you? Like what part of this whole challenge do you like so that you are motivated to work hard this summer?
Well, while doing it, you get to do something. It's just, I don't know, it's just fun.
Can you give an example of doing something that
like going outside and play? That's fun.
Right. So what Dalton's talking about is one of the challenges on his goal sheet, or one of the healthy activities so that he can earn points, is to go outside and play for 20 minutes. So set the iPad down, set the video games down, just go outside and be a kid. And he enjoys that so much because he's doing some other things and he's getting rewarded for it. So is there anything you want to say out there to all those parents that might be making a chart for their kids? And what do you think is the most fun about it? Or what is a good prize? Or what kind of advice?
I would discuss with your kids what they want. Because if you choose like to go to Dairy Queen and they don't want to, then they're not going to work as hard. But if it's something that they want, then they're going to work a lot harder.
So Dalton, how hard are you willing to work this summer for your PS4?
That's hard to work. I really want it.
Today he's done an exceptional job of earning lots and lots of points. So it's been really fun. Well, thanks for jumping on with us today, and I'm going to give these folks an idea how to set up a chart. Okay? Thank you. All right, so let's talk about this. I'm going to adjust you a little bit better. Okay, so what Dalton said is so true, is if you have your kids participate in selecting the prizes, you're going to get better results because it's something they want. So I'm going to break this into 3 parts today: determining the prizes, determining the actions to get the prizes, and then ways to keep track of it. Okay? And this is just what I have experienced through the summer with my business, because the kids are home from school and they're bored and they're on you, and let's go here, let's go do that, and you have things to do. And so this is a great way to keep them occupied for a while and reward them. Now, let's talk about the first part, determining the prize or prizes. So I want you to keep in mind that the prizes don't have to cost money. We can do anything, be creative and think about it and ask the kids about a week before you're going to have this, or a few days before you're going to have this meeting, to talk to them about what kind of rewards are important to them. Have them start thinking about it. And it might be things like family time, like a family picnic at this famous park that you have near you. Or maybe it is a trip to the ice cream shop. You know, it has to be age appropriate, obviously. I remember when my other kids were older or younger, they're older now, um, they like to go shopping. So maybe a $5 shopping spree at the dollar store. We've done bigger things where we go to big amusement parks. I mean, that was the end goal. One year, Maddie, my daughter, she really wanted Facebook. And so she worked so stinking hard, and that was the big prize, and she got it. So any age, Dalton started at 3. Okay, so obviously it has to be age appropriate, you know. So be thinking about those things that matter to kids, and a lot of times it's time with you. So it doesn't have to cost you something. Now I know he said he's going to do a PS4, and he actually is contributing some money to that. So he is. The deal is that you know, I'm capped out at a certain amount, and then he's going to contribute the rest. But it's important to him, and it was something he wanted to work for. Now we also came up, so this is what we came up with today. I don't know if you can really see that. It looks kind of bright. But this is what we came up today for our prizes. So I'll read them to you. So the PS4 is the ultimate prize. iTunes cards, just $10 of iTunes cards. A remote control, and I have a limit on it of $20 to $30. A bowling trip, so supper and bowling with the family. Everybody has to go. It's a big party. A Nerf gun and a Lego set. And so I have different parameters, different prices that I will pay for that if you earn it. Now here's how it goes. So each of these prizes is assigned a value. But I didn't design the value until I designed the tasks that will get points that will get to the value. See what I'm saying? So first determine your prizes. And the more, he came up with all of these, all of them were his, because that's what's important to work for him. The ice cream shop and playing mini golf, he is growing out of that. And so why would I put that on there? Okay, so we've determined what prizes we're going to work for, and there's always kind of the big one, and then you've got some littler ones. And so how the point system, let's talk about the points. How the point system works is if, you know, like the big prize will be up here, but then there'll be other things filled in right here. Now, as he earns points, he can choose to shop for something here, and then the points go away, and we start at 0 again. And then he could start earning them again, and he maybe wants to buy this, and then the points go away. See what I'm saying? But if he wants to just keep building and building and building and building and saving the points, then he gets the top prize. That's what Maddie did one year for Facebook. She bypassed all the other prizes, and she just went for the big one, and she got it. So that was really cool. All right, so let's talk about the tasks that are done that might help you too around the house or outside, but also things that are good for the kids. So for Dalton, so again, I asked him, I said, what do you think is point worthy? And so he came up with some things. He came up with tidying up the living room, you know, cleaning up things, putting things away, folding blankets, putting pillows back. Another thing he came up with is he's really good at organizing things. So he might organize the fridge or the Tupperware cupboard, which really needs it. I think cleaning his room is important. So I think I put that one on there. Also for him to help me out with things. So he is really good. He's getting stronger now, and so he can help with hauling the laundry or watering my garden or matching up socks. Lots of different tasks around the house that he can help with. Now, some other things that I've always incorporated in the tasks is things that are good for him. You know, so like I said, not on the iPad and the video games all summer long. Let's do things that are good for us. So we set reading up, a 30-minute time slot. Drinking water. So he'll get so many points per bottle of water that he drinks a day. He will get rewarded or points for choosing a healthy snack versus some junk food. He also loves math, and so we're going to go online and print out some math facts, and if he does 3 sheets of math facts, then he'll get you know, some points per sheet, or if he does all three, then he'll get a whammy, you know, grand prize points. Something else that I like to instill in Dalton is he's very creative. So I put on our list here is doing something creative. And that's up for his determination. If he wants to draw, he loves to do, he likes to write stories, build Legos, build things, color, draw, I mean, just all kinds of things. So it's up to his discretion what he wants to do. And then I have a time frame of 30 minutes and pretty good prize. Or I mean, not prize points. Another thing that we have on here too is being thankful. I think it's such a wonderful skill to teach kids how to be grateful for the things that they have. And so, you know, he gets small amount of prize or points for the being thankful, but he can get as many as he wants for the day. And they have to be genuine and true. So this is an example. I told him, I said, I really want you to think about being truly thankful in your heart for something. So maybe it was a fun time going somewhere and he had a really great time and he genuinely came up to me and said, you know what, Mom, thanks a lot. That was so much fun. Then I could feel it in my heart that he was thankful and he's going to get rewarded for that or points for that. Or if he goes and tells grandma that he just loves her and he really appreciates her. So he's being aware of it, which is wonderful because he's thinking about being grateful for other things. And hey, if I award him points for it to work towards a goal, have at her, because it's instilling really great things. So how do we determine points? Okay, so what I did then, again, I'm showing you a sheet you probably can't see, but on the top here were the prizes, and down here were the actions to get points to get the prizes. So of course I took the big prize, and I took the least amount prize. So for this example, I like to award a lot of points because I think points are fun and it's exciting to work towards something instead of, you know, working towards 10 points. So we put the big whammy down here as 10,000 points. Okay, and then I assigned all these different tasks different amounts of points. So the being thankful thing, 5 points. But if he wants to do something creative, he'll earn 30 points. Let me see. Choosing a healthy snack, he'll earn 10 points. And you know that, and then I put a limit on it that you can actually do that 3 times a day. So potentially you could earn 30 points in a day. Cleaning your room is 10 points. Hauling in laundry for me and helping is 10 points. So what we did, and actually Dalton had a lot to do with this, he added up, if he did everything, every action on this list today, how many potential points would he earn? He came up with 220. And so then he divided the 10,000 by 220. So if he did that every day, if he did all the stuff on the list every day, how many days would it take to get to the big prize? And what'd you come up with, Dalton? 2 months. Yeah, so 2 months. So summer is 3 months. This is going to take him 2 months. Now, certainly, we're not going to be able to do all this stuff every day because we're going to have stuff going on, or maybe we're out of town or whatever, you know. So, I mean, it'll all balance out. So I try to make it so that it's achievable, but it's a stretch. I mean, you got to get there. Now, let me give this for an example. The iTunes card I put as $500. It's a $10 iTunes card. I mean, it's 500 points, not dollars. So he could earn that relatively quick. Of course, if he earns that, then his points go back down to 0 and he starts over again. So it's just a wonderful example of how kids can choose to work towards something, do the tasks that will get them there. And then is it worth it? You know, the prize. Which one am I going to go for? I'm going to go for the little ones, or I'm going to work for the big one. It's really cool. Really cool to see kids in action. The last thing to talk about then is after you decide, oh, I should put this in there too. I do have this. Miscellaneous LeBri stuff. I've always had my kids help at whatever age with some LeBri stuff because, you know, this is part of why I'm doing this and so that I can do my business. And so when Dalton was real little, he could put labels on my catalog and that earned him points. Now, Maddie, when she got to be a young teenager, she could actually, I mean, she was so efficient in the computer, she could enter in my orders or set up new customers One summer, she completely set up a customer care book with all of my customers in there, their preferences. And another time, she used to write out thank you cards for me, like be my customer care assistant. Wonderful, wonderful. So there's lots of jobs, no matter what the age is, so keep that in mind, that kids can participate in. I remember Max, he got to the point, he was 15, and he didn't want to do points anymore. He just wanted cash for a prize, and the only prize he wanted was cash. And the only job he was willing to do was mow the lawn. That's fine. I still put him on the chart. He was alongside Maddie and Dalton, and it was wonderful. And he still worked towards it, and he got to see how many times he actually mowed the lawn and how many times he got paid for it. So it's really a great visual for the kids. Now, keeping track of the points. Let's move into the third part. Keeping track of the points is always unique to your family, to your kids. What do you think would be nice? Now, sometimes I come up with a chart and print it out like a daily chart of a calendar. And so each day the kids can write in each day what tasks they did, and then we'll tally up the points at the end of the week or the end of the day, whatever is motivating. Kids are more instant, so they like to see stuff right away, and especially the younger that they are. So in the past, what I've done is I ordered off of Oriental Trading just plastic gold coins. They're real big. And I had a jar for Dalton. And so when he did something good, and I mean, this was back when he was real little, so some of the things he did was say thank you or please. And then he would actually get to put the gold coin in the jar, and yay, and he was rewarded. And it increased his behavior to performing good. You know what I mean? Like, it was reinforced his mind. It was wonderful. And then he got a coin, and as soon as it gets up to this line, then that means you get a Matchbox car or a new train for Thomas, the tank engine, I mean, just different stuff like that. So it was a visual goal that they could work for. You can do a graph, like where you could color it in every day, and like one of those thermometer things or an arrow, and you get to the different levels. We've done that before for Maddie and Max. So I would just make this big rectangle thing, and then the prizes listed, and Max and Maddie were on each side. And then their different prize levels were on each side, and then as they would color in their column as to how high they were getting. And that was kind of fun to see them progress and look at each other and what each other was doing. What Dalton's going to decide to do this year, because he can write, he can figure it out. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a weekly calendar. And you can see he's already written in today the things that he has done. Just today. We just started this today. He chose a healthy snack. He's helped with laundry. He's done some creative drawing, which is wonderful. Oh, you have it over there. I was going to show him. So he's been adding up his points today. Yeah, I'm excited about it, Dalton. You did a nice job. Oh, I don't know if you could ever see that on here, but he was creatively drawing today. Do I have it upside down? Yes, I do. And then on this side, he did this. But it took him quite a while, and he actually sat outside and did it out on the deck, and just enjoyed some fresh air and some creative coloring time or drawing time. It was wonderful. Instead of playing a video game, it's way better. So, there's different things you could do. Dalton and I were even talking about today. It'd be kind of fun, maybe for kids that really like money. Like, this would be a super fun prize. So you could take a penny, nickel, dime, and a quarter, and you could assign the tasks that they're doing, the actions, by whatever amount of money that is. And then, you would have to have a stash of coins somewhere, but maybe pick out a fun container, or they pick it out, or they have one, or you have one, or whatever. But they pick out a fun container, and every day when they perform all these different tasks, then at the end of the day, you get to put in all the different, pennies, and maybe a nickel for something really good, or a dime for whatever. And then, of course, when the rule is when the jar gets full, then they get it, and you get to go to the bank, turn it in, and maybe get to go shopping at the store you want. So there's a lot of ways to incentivize kids to keep busy, make good choices, and really what we're doing here is helping them prepare for life, set goals, set out action steps that will achieve those goals, and then motivate yourself to do them. Keep track of it. move closer towards your goal. It's been wonderful. My kids, especially with Max and Maddie, now they're older, they have really good work ethics. I mean, really good work ethics, because they understand the prize and the tasks and what it takes to get to where they're headed. Love it. It helps in schoolwork too. And Dalton is really coming along with all of that too. So anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope it's helpful. And of course, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. And, you know, but I just think it's a fun, wonderful way to incentivize your kids. All right. So thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.